And now Home Box Office takes you behind the scenes for an inside look at the making of a major motion picture, like the ones you see here on HBO. You could easily take Walter Lloyd for any American tourist on a Paris vacation.
Wait, I'm coming with you.
Or his son Chris, unhappy at being left behind. But you'd be dead wrong. Walter Lloyd is very much alive, as is his alter ego, actor Gene Hackman. The film is called Target, Hackman's 35th movie, and his third with veteran film director Arthur Penn.
Camera left. And action!
Gene Hackman's character is a man running from a mysterious past. Matt Dillon is his son. Together they follow a life and death trail through Dallas, Hamburg, and Paris.
All right, camera left.
Staging an action-adventure film like Target is serious business. It's a choreography of close calls. And when the location shooting is this fast and furious, it's all you can do to just get the action on film. It's now 5 months later. We're at Sound One, a recording studio in New York City.
Wait, I'm coming with you. That was awesome.
Gone are the cars, the extras, the bad weather, and the camera. It's time to work on the other half of what makes a movie.
One more.
It's time to build the soundtrack.
You guys ready to get your eardrums going on?
It's preferable to have the sound at the moment, but if something has to go, if you've got the picture, you can always put the sound in later.
Look out!
In a scene like the one we're doing today, which is an action scene, you're not going to interrupt it. You're going to just go for the action, and that's what we did when we were shooting on the streets of Paris.
This is the first step. It's called looping, where the actors replace their original dialogue recordings line by line to improve the quality. The actor waits for the right moment to get the line in perfect sync with the picture.
Are you all right? Let's get out of here.
Besides the dialogue, there are hundreds of sound effects that must be added into the soundtrack.
We'll probably had the pigeons flapping over here and picking off. What we should do here is have something really bright, you know, kind of startling when it hits.
Supervising sound editor Stan Bachner listens to the pre-recorded sounds of machine guns.
You have short bursts.
Yeah.
No, this one's really...
He'll listen to a dozen before finding the one that works.
Yeah, I think that really is what it is. We'll print this and we'll look for something else too as an option.
Lewis, in this scene, the first thing I want to concentrate on...
When a particular sound effect doesn't already exist, it has to be created. They're called Foley effects.
The passers-by...
In the cutting room, sound editor Neil Kaufman plans precisely where each new Foley effect will go. And what the sound editor orders, the Foley artist delivers. His name is Alicia Birnbaum, and what he does all day is make noise. Any sound a film editor wants, Alicia will find a way to record it.
As the car comes in, I'd like to get this skater. Now, when the shooting begins, Matt runs across here and knocks Gene to the ground. I'd like some drops of glass, but I'd also like the shower.
What Foleys are essentially the ambient sound that we all make when we're talking, when we're rubbing our jacket, but none of that we pay any attention to. But the absence of it, I think, produces a kind of vacuum. Just as we're sitting here now, we hear a little bit of the traffic out there. There's a little bit of sound out in the hallway. There's the sound of this room, and all of that. There you go. You know. Now we don't particularly see that when we're doing while we're photographing this moment here. But the absence of that would make this situation somewhat sterile.
While dialogue and sound effects near completion, a third ingredient of the soundtrack takes shape: the music. Film composer Michael Small's job is to study the scene, find its rhythm, and then translate it into music.
The whole thing for me comes with finding the pulse or the beat, especially with this kind of material in this film. I love to create music that not only scores a scene, let's say in this case, gives it action and excitement, but actually becomes a specific character in a way. And the music for me, is the character of this thing from the past that's pursuing Hackman.
Ironically, not all of the sounds created in 19 weeks of work will make it into the finished soundtrack. There's still a final step. It's called the mix. After all the effects, music, and dialogue are assembled, the director will choose from among all of them only those that will make Target sound like an Arthur Penn film.
You have this vast quantity of sound that you develop, but you have to use it extremely sparingly. That seems to me to be the difference between technicians and artists. It's really just a question of how economic can the action be? How crisp and clean can it be? If that car can whiz, and before we know it, Matt jumps on Gene's back, and the machine gun starts to fire, and it's in those short increments that you can do it. That seems to me to be good cinema.
Wait, I'm coming with you.